Well, what really transpired in the rerun election was something that has never happened anywhere in Nigeria. For instance, even though the Labour candidate was one of the petitioners in the general petition, that was Asama himself, but then during the rerun, PDP decided that we needed somebody who will come from almost the same axis with the candidate whose election was actually nullified. PDP decided to settle for the Labour Party, because Labour Party did not do any harm to the PDP. So there is this synergy within the PDP, because there was actually proper consultation, and PDP decided under the leadership of the governor, Governor Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang, that for the fact that we are not going to be on the ballot, that does not mean that we should not ruin the chances of bringing somebody who is more competent to be in that position. That was why the governor decided to give the marching order, and in less than 24 hours, Labour Party clinched the position.
How does this horse trading between Labour and PDP and this new alliance benefit the people? Because you can talk about all your political cases, but the question is most importantly the people.
Well, it is important to understand and also underscore the significant point that out of the candidates that actually contested for that position, and they were supposed to participate in the rerun, Honorable Asama Daniel was seen to be more acceptable by the people. And PDP decided, since this position is all about the people, let us rally around someone who has the tenacity and the dexterity to deliver to the people the dividends of democracy. And I can tell you for free that Honorable Asama has already demonstrated to the people that indeed he has the requisite competence to drive home some advantages and benefits. We have been seeing his programs, his participation in the National Assembly at the House of Reps. He has been so vocal and vociferous, and he has been representing the people very well. This is all about the people, and not because PDP wants to just prove anything that is anti-people. No, it's just to show to the people that indeed we are out for you people, and will rally around someone who has the requisite knowledge to represent you well. Okay. That is just the whole essence.
Okay, Mr. Madaki. Mr. Madaki, the genesis of all this is that the court decided, and it was on the basis of the court decision that INEC decided that, PDP could not be a part of that by-election. What was the decision of the court? That the PDP has no party structure in Plateau State. So that was what led to all of this. Does the PDP now have a structure in, Plateau State? Has that omission been addressed? The second thing is, what was the agreement that was reached with the ADP man that was elected for Senate and the Labour Party man that has now been elected for the House of Representatives seat? Is there an agreement that perhaps they would, having won the election, join the PDP? PDP could not have just done this out of his own magnanimity to support ADP, support Labour Party, and put them there. And then they will go into Parliament and be anti-PDP. Well, tell us the story behind. You are a lawyer, yes, we're told. You know that nothing stands on nothing.
Yes, Mr. Rubuen, I think it is important, Doctor, to understand that a lot of political commentators, legal practitioners, senior advocates came almost on daily basis when Plateau State PDP was faced with the legal squabble in respect of the nullification of almost all the candidates by the Court of Appeal. The answer to that question is in the decision of the Supreme Court. In the case of Manasseh and Goshue, that is the case of the governor that went up to the Supreme Court, wherein the Supreme Court had the opportunity of reviewing the excesses in the judgment delivered by the Court of Appeal that nullified the PDP candidates in Plateau State. The Supreme Court did mention or stated the position very clearly that all that transpired, I remember at page 178 of that judgment, The Supreme Court said that all that transpired from the High Courts of Plateau State up to the Court of Appeal were tagged as illegitimate judicialism or adjudication. To say that PDP had no problem, the issue and question of party structure was actually addressed by the Supreme Court, which of course washed PDP or cleaned PDP from any mess that was actually painted against the PDP by the courts. The Supreme Court has actually settled that issue, and the Supreme Court decision on that matter is final in the real sense of finality. Coming to the second leg of the question, which is paramount for me to state it very clearly on this platform, that there was no alliance for the Labour Party candidate or the ADP candidate to either, after winning the election, decamp or cross-carpet to the PDP. All that PDP did was to demonstrate to the people for the fact that we are not going to be on the ballot, or we have been excluded from participation in this election. We are going to ensure someone or people who have the requisite knowledge and capacity to drive home all the political advantages and points win this election. And in less than 24 hours, PDP demonstrated for the upton time again that it has all the necessary powers in Plateau State to ensure that the right people win positions. And as I'm talking to you, the ADP candidate is doing marvelously well in Plateau State, and the governor is so happy with what he's doing, because the essence of governance is to demonstrate to the people that indeed democracy is for the people, and all politicians that win elections should be able to work for the people. The two candidates, PDP is not regretting rallying around them.